What's happening, everyone? And welcome to a very special edition of the Systems Lab Live. This is the August 7th edition, and I'm excited because it is a brand new month, which means we have a brand new theme. This is the Wildcard season, session 2. Session 1 we did back in June, which we did all things Miro, project planning with Miro, which was very exciting. So if you go back to that particular playlist in my YouTube channel, you can watch the whole thing, or skip some parts, whichever that you like. But welcome to the Systems Lab Live. I'm excited because this is the only live stream for project managers, project leaders, that we really focus on three core areas: leading teams, managing projects, and developing processes. This is all on a focus of technology, operations, and productivity. Really, the core message that we are looking to produce every single week is ensuring that you are equipped with the tools, the strategies, the insight to do the work well. And I know this to be true, that we live in a day and age where the stakes are high, and I get it. So no matter if you are in the corporate space, you're a service provider, I welcome you. And we have a great show today. And I want to take this time really to just walk through a couple things. I'm going to share my screen. I am going to share my screen. We are back to the Miro board. If you have been following semi closely, I have been a little anti. I think I don't know, I guess we can say anti. I would say that I've been a little anti Miro board. So I am going to open up the Miro board for the presentation portion of it. Let me refresh my screen. In the meantime, in between time, can you guys tell me where you're from? And also, what are you working on this week? What are you working on this week? I personally love, you know, to know that particular point. Why? Because therefore we can all start to, work together on stuff. Sometimes it's just good to do that, and to ensure that we have um, a collective, piece to the whole thing. So that is what we're looking to do. And as I share my screen, hello, hello, hello. We're going to share this screen. Share. Here we are. Beautiful. Hold on one second. And we're going to get out of this. Okay. Okay. Great, great, great. All right. Well, welcome, welcome. And let me zoom in just a teeny tiny bit. Once again, welcome to the Systems Lab Live. This is the August, excuse me. I want to go back 4 months. I don't know why. This is the August 7th edition. We got a few things that we are going to cover today. I got a few announcements, few things I want to do. I want to talk about a couple stuff. We also are going to round out our final 5 of the Black Tech Effect Report. We've gone through 100 as of today, 100 Black tech startups. This was something personally that was really important for me to do. Why? Because of my love and my interest in product management, agile, why people create startups, what was going on in the Black tech ecosystem. The plug with Sherelle Dorsey is in TP Insights is phenomenal. So you must go and check them out. And I'm going to pull up their all of their info right up here. This is where you go and find out their information. The Black Tech Effect, download the report, go through each one of these brilliant startups, and you'll learn a lot. You will learn a lot. Okay? All right. Let's keep it moving. Oh, yeah. So, okay, we're good. Today's show focuses on Know Thy Status. We're going to talk about project status. We're also going to talk about the Black Tech Effect report, which I just said, and we're going to do a ClickUp demo. So it's semi-short, semi to the point, but I like the way that we are really rolling today. I love it. This is powered by Miro. Once again, Miro. Type it into Google, sign up. You can do presentations, you can do flowcharts, SOPs, any which way you like. You can find a lot of cool stuff. Wanted to announce that I'm hosting in August, September, October, and November PM monthly exchange. I'm excited because I previously did a 4-week one in June, which was phenomenal. But we're going to take it a step back. We're going to slow it down, and we're going to come together monthly to talk about insights in leadership, strategy, and execution. I want you to tap in to this August monthly sync, monthly exchange. Hashtag PM Huddle to 626-722-5444. The topic for August, conflict and communication. Ooh! This is going to be good, y'all. Conflict and communication. We're going to talk about some things. Also, you should know too, I have an audio course available. The audio course, which focuses on PM foundations, text the same number. You'll get a free audio course. You get tapped into the PM huddle. And I text you like twice a week. It's a beautiful thing. One-on-one communication with me. I'm keeping y'all in the loop. We're on a journey together. And I'll be talking about what the question of the hour is, or the question of this time is, in a minute. But for right now, we're going to get to the Black Tech Effect report. And let's do this, y'all. We're going to be talking about Wexus, which is empowering farmers. Can you believe that? Empowering farmers with energy, water, energy and water intelligence. Who would have thunk it? So it's software. Very interesting. It's in the agricultural industry. So it works with outdoor growers, indoor growers, food processing, and irrigation districts. One thing that I have found really, really interesting through this whole process is agricultural tech, like ag tech. Fascinating to me. I didn't know there was a lot out there. And there's a lot of interesting science behind it. People are loving this product we see. It's a valuable tool. Avoiding peak hours and using data to monitor the health of our wells saves us money and downtime. It's good for our crops and our business. Solving mission critical problems. I love this little cartoony effect. So how does this work? Wexus software remotely connects with your utility data to track irrigation pumps, buildings, processing equipment, and solar arrays via Internet of Things, IoT, cloud technology. No equipment needed to get it started. All setup and onboarding is completed by you. This is, pretty interesting. And I'm gonna be honest with you. It's probably a little bit above my head, but I love that I am learning about it. I love this. All right, share this tab instead. Love it. Okay. So let's see. This is Wise Systems. Wise Systems. So hold on one second, y'all, because I also want to make sure I am okay. Wise Systems. The best one yet. So I'm going to go about the company. Tackling hard problems that make a huge difference. Oh. Deliveries affect everyone. We engineer them better. We set out to optimize the last mile where expectations of customers, delivery recipients, drivers, dispatchers, and managers come together. Well, this is really interesting. So it sounds like this is technology that's geared towards deliveries and analytics, and those that are in this particular industry. I'm just going to tap down so that we sort of know who and where this all comes from. Wise Systems, founded by Chaz Sims in 2014 in Cambridge, Massachusetts. It's mobility technology. Wise Systems leverages machine learning in its autonomous dispatch and routing software to create efficient deliveries. Emphasis is placed on last mile operations for a range of markets, including food and beverage, courier, energy, and field service. Very interesting. I imagine, that this is needed. This is the whole team. This is beautiful. And if we go back here, I want to go back to Wexus really quickly, so we can review the owner, the founder, Chris Vines in Pleasanton, California. And this is agritech, as we just saw. Wexus Technologies empowers farmers to optimize their energy usage to sustain water and food resources amid population growth and climate change. Wexus software remotely connects with farmers' utility data to detect potential energy problems with irrigation pumps, buildings, processing equipment, and solar arrays through its internet, IoT software and SaaS platform. All right. Wonder School. Start, run, or find high quality childcare. Wonder School delivers high quality, affordable childcare to every family in the country by empowering providers to run sustainable childcare businesses, working with governments, networks, and individuals to create new programs. How important is this in this day and age of just keeping your child safe? Founded by Chris Bennett, San Francisco, EdTech. Okay. It supports experienced educators in creating childcare services with their homes through program setup and licensing support. It's in 47 states. Wow. So I can go and find childcare. Let me see this. Wow. Precious Playtime. Ruth Mini Daycare. Okay, let me click on this. Ruth Mini Daycare, program director, 250 to 300 per week. All right. Pay monthly or weekly, 2 snacks per day, 1 to 9. Providers, breakfast and lunch, potty train not required. 2 months to 5 years. We love Ruth. Got a lot of testimonials. Got the schedule right here. We got the application and everything. So this is it. This is pretty cool. Who would have thunk it? All right. Yobi, unlocking the potential of voice technology. By Ken Sutton, founder, Boston, Massachusetts, Audio Tech AI. Yobi is a software company that developed on the edge artificial intelligence to enhance the processing of communication using voice technologies. The platform is first in its class to use real-time technologies to identify unique voice biometrics within a noisy intake signal to identify and track individual voices, which creates better listening experiences, speaker identification, and automatic speech recognition performance improvement. I imagine that can probably be used in cars. Where else? I know for me, the whole AI voice thing is a little like, I don't know. But okay, see right here, steering wheel, maybe your phone. Let's see what else they got. Intelligence control, core building blocks, AI, biometric tracking. So you probably can use it for probably like Siri, probably like the Google Home or whatever that one's called. This is interesting. Adaptive directional listening, definitely for the cars. I don't know. I'm still like on the fence about AI in your voice. But this looks like this is like pretty responsible. Zing Health. Yes, you can get more than original Medicare. Zing is by Eric E. Whitaker and Kenneth Alian and Garfield Collins. Founded in 2019 in Chicago, Illinois. Insurance tech, health tech. Zing Health Holdings makes Medicare enrollment easy and seamless. It's a 21st century insurance solution to inadequacies and disparities in healthcare that affect marginalized populations. 3 Black doctors coming together. You can get dental, vision, hearing, telehealth, mail order. All this with $0 cost for many services. So you can shop your plans, make it's low out of pocket expenses. And, mind you, healthcare is an industry. It is in the business of making money. But listen, we also know too that not everybody can afford healthcare. So I applaud them for really addressing a racial and economic disparity that's needed. This is cool. We treat members as people. That's why you're given the freedom to choose the provider that fits your health and personal needs. Looks like they have brokers to help people walk through their particular health plan. Hearing aids. Who we are. Zing House was founded by 2 African American physician entrepreneurs, along with co-founders Health 2047 and healthcare executive Garfield Collins, to address inadequacies in the healthcare system by creating a collaborative, community-based Medicare Advantage plans. This is cool. So shout out to them. I mean, this is like pretty monumental. Pretty monumental. All right. Okay, y'all. Well, next up, we're going to get into leadership. Leadership. Man, I do have a story to tell you. I got a story to tell you. I want to make sure, too, in this question of the hour or the question of this time that we're focusing in is what does it take to be a next gen digital project manager? And so since July, we've been asking this question, but then also answering it. And so definitely go through the July live streams because I broke down leadership strategy and execution. And we're going to kind of continue in that format. But the question that we're asking today is what does it take to be a next gen digital PM? And I think for me, there's so many different intricacies, but I want to hone in from a leadership perspective that we as project leaders, we're responsible not only for ensuring that the project gets done, but also making sure that it's going in the right direction, that there is no scope creep. So I want to put a 1 in the chat if you all have experienced, times where the scope of a project started to veer off track. And that's really the question is that I've posed here is what happens when a project goes off course? I think this is really important. Okay. What happens when a project goes off course? And I'll tell you this story that literally happened last week, working with and collaborating with someone else and partnership, working on producing something. We've been working on it for, a good month. And all of a sudden, we wanted to get some external feedback and something started to shift. The scope of what we were looking to accomplish started to expand. The original intent started to get muddy. So I was even getting frustrated for my own self because I'm like, listen, what we doing? You know what I mean? So I say that to say is that instead of getting frustrated, I needed to take a step back, which I did. And I said, okay, I got to figure out and I got to pick up the phone, get on a Zoom call, right? And start to talk with my partner, with my collaborator on how he's feeling about this particular project. And in fact, this particular thing that we're producing. Did he feel it was going off track? So we were able to talk it out. We went to talk it out. I presented it as when we first began X, Y, and Z. This was our 3 core points that we wanted to produce, right? Like, this is what we focused on. He was like, I think we're on the same page. But then I said, hey, this is also where I'm feeling like things are taking a turn. Like, I feel like we're expanding the scope a bit. So we talked about that. We talked about, the fact that innovation is not necessarily banned from what we're doing, but we got to take a step back to get an understanding. Is this the right time? Does it make sense? Is it going to cost something, like money wise? Do we have to go and hire resources? Could this potentially confuse the audience? Are we abandoning the outcomes? Key questions to ask. So, as a leader, it's important that we take the emotion out of it because we're all emotional beings. Hello. We take the emotions out and we really focus on the problem, the issue. The issue is the issue. So let's look to solve for X and see what we got going on. So I would love to know in the comments who identifies with this. How have you actually gone about reconciling when it's starting to get off course? Now, I'm saying like catching stuff early. So I do believe that we as project leaders, like sometimes it's hard because there's so many things that we have going on, tasks and meetings and decisions. And so depending on your structure and where you're at, it may be hard to see the visibility because you may have some people that you're working with on a team. There might be some decisions that are starting to be made without you, and that you may just start to catch wind of it as you're reviewing the project progress or you're checking in with team members. So I would say, number one, stay in tune with all parts of the project. Number two, communicate early and often with collaborators, team members, your leadership, so that you know and you continue to be able to pinpoint the scope, the intent, the outcomes, and all of that. Make sense? I hope it does. But I just wanted to really give this brief leadership tale. This might be like a little segment, leadership tales, because it's like story time. Because catching this early can really prevent heartburn, stress, confusion, and all of that. So I love it. I love it. So next up, it's all about the strategy, baby. Hey, what y'all want to do? Want to be ballers, shot callers, brawlers? They be dipping in the bed. I don't know why. Hello? Somebody just, just somebody just help me. For real, for real. Somebody help me. Remember to text hashtag PM Huddle to 626-722-5444 so that you can get tapped in with the audio course and sign up for the August monthly PM exchange. I'm excited about this. We're talking about conflict and communication. All right, y'all. Strategy, baby. We're going to talk about project status. Project status. I have a couple notes that I want to bring up on this point. How many of you all are tracking a project progress? And how do y'all feel about it? What's really good with that, y'all? So, what we're doing in this particular segment is we are focusing on leveraging technology so that you know how to track your project progress. Okay? Know your status is essentially knowing what's happening with the project at any given time. At any given time. Okay? So, project leaders, most of you I know, pretty much all of y'all, are utilizing a PM tool. I'm hearing these days and times people are using Jira, Atlassian, ClickUp, Notion, Asana, Monday. Always use a PM tool. I feel like that's a 101 statement, but just in case people are coming across this live stream, is like, a PM tool. Definitely want to be able to track your work and what you're doing all day, every day, all day, every day, all day, every day. Okay, enough of that. So we're going to be doing a little demo in a short minute, but I want to focus in on these 3 points. It's really important in the beginning of a project that you are setting up the goals and objectives. So we're talking about goals as in, KPIs. You want to talk through, what is the goal of the project? Let's say for instance, you are launching maybe a new service, when meaning that you as a PM are helping your founder, your CEO launch a new service or a product. You want to have some goals in mind. Number one, the overarching goal for this said product being the overarching objectives, the objectives that would support that. So inside of ClickUp, you could go into the goals section, and we'll do a demo of that shortly. And so what happens is that setting up the goals and the objectives really helps you focus in on key tasks that would support meeting these goals and objectives. So it's not enough to say, I want to launch this digital product in November of 2023. You want to get more specific on the number of product sales, the revenue, email list, social media. Maybe you want to have speaking engagements and things like that. So there's lots of opportunity to really sit down in the beginning of the project. And if you also too, just a quick little short plug, I believe this is a project activation series back in January. We talked about what does it really take to get a project up and running. And so I talked a lot about upfront the importance of understanding what is this project about and what are you looking to accomplish. And goals and objectives can really help drive that conversation and really help to create tangible goals that are realistic. So that could be SMART goals. Hello, somebody. OKRs. So lots of different ways that you can start to tap into that. So PMs, when you are being presented with a project, or maybe you're inheriting a project, go back to this original piece, setting up goals and objectives. So either find some documentation, go talk to somebody, see project leaders, make sure that you are pulling in the key people that are going to help fill in the blanks. So secondly, inside the PM tool, utilizing Gantt chart and timeline is really a key way of knowing, like, what the schedule is going to look like, what tasks are overloaded. You could also have resource. You can use a resource feature within ClickUp, and I believe most platforms, where you can know which people have more assignments than others. And therefore you can kind of gauge accordingly if you need to pull in or hire or just even out the resources that you have, the work that's being performed. Does that make sense so far? Because what we're really talking about is this aspect of tracking your project progress, knowing the project status, because it prevents unnecessary spending of money and resources. It also protects your reputation. Because how many of us know that while a project won't necessarily always go in a straight line, there's always some peaks that go along the way. It's just it's par for the course. But how many of us know that having late projects continuously really hurts your reputation as a service provider, and then for the company as a whole? Because people trust that you can get the job done. Now, let's think about on time. That means delivering it within the set time frame or the date that it's been agreed upon. If you're working in a more agile environment, you may have some more flexibility. But the communication of the expectancy of when a project needs to be completed or should be completed, you should be having communication early and often so that there's always set expectations. Again, the peaks and valleys of project work happen. And I want to make sure too that we also note this as well. I'm a big proponent of work in peace or order in peace. Okay. And so I say all that to say is that I just truly believe that the work that we're doing, we should be bringing order and peace. Our work should be in peace. And so if you go to 2 Thessalonians 3:16, this is just something that for me helps me focus every time I'm working with a client, every time I'm working with a team or advising or consulting. Me bringing about order and structure means this. Now may the Lord of peace himself grant you his peace at all times and in all ways, under all circumstances and condition. I want to just I need to put a little pause on that because there's a misconception that projects need to be chaotic or they have to be chaotic, and that's not true. Projects will have peaks and valleys, but as a leader, you need to be the one that sets the tone. You need to be the one that ensures that the project is going on the right track. Now, there's so many uncontrollable factors, and we're going to get into those probably like next month or sometime soon to talk about these external and internal factors. But yeah, you bring about the order and peace. You bring about work in peace. Okay, cool. Back to what we're discussing. ClickUp dashboards are a great tool, a wonderful tool for you to utilize. I love dashboards. They help tell a story. You're pulling in data so that you're reporting to leadership, to your CEO, to your team members. It's clear. It can help you with one-on-ones or working with your team and whatnot. Yeah. So whether you are also in Asana, there's dashboards. Notion, not sure. Be honest with you. I haven't seen any dashboards. There's reporting functions and things that are in Monday as well. Jira/Atlassian. You can absolutely have those reporting and dashboard like features. Okay. How we doing, y'all? This making sense? Knowing your status from the beginning, making sure you have an understanding of goals and objectives. That sets the tone for outlining the work that supports it. Utilizing Gantt charts and timelines to know how the tasks are stacking up. It also can help you with making judgment calls on where the critical path is. Hello. And then ClickUp dashboards. Great tool to get a snapshot of project progress. I'm excited because we get into the ClickUp demo, y'all. We get into the ClickUp demo. Let me make sure I don't have anything else. Okay, cool. So in our execution phase, we're going to get straight into the ClickUp demo. I do want to point out a few things about dashboards, especially for the ClickUp. Okay. The ClickUp dashboard demo provides an easy to follow visual representation of a project's progress. Easily, you can track the performance and identify areas of improvement. Helps teams stay organized and on task during project timelines. Enables stakeholders to quickly access important project data. So essentially what we're really looking at is making sure that Communication is streamlined, making sure that the data is telling the story on project progress and that you can easily identify where you have improvements to be made and the ability to stay organized. Don't you love it? Don't you love it? Let me see here. I'm going to pull something up for y'all. Woot woot. Okay. So ClickUp dashboards. Let me go into edit mode so we can see a few things. Dashboards are such a really, really cool feature. A really, really awesome and cool feature. And I'd like to set the tone for dashboards. Dashboards only really work if your list is set up correctly. Yeah, I think that I know early on when I started to utilize the dashboard features, I remember thinking to myself, oh, I want to build this and build that. But my project list wasn't correct. So we're going to go through some of the key features and we're going to go back over to one of the projects and we're going to go through sort of like the GAN and the timeline and all that. But something you can do for your dashboard is you can embed YouTube inside here or a Google Doc or a presentation. And so how does one do that? They have these things called widgets or cards. So if you click on add card, there are so many things you can do with this. I see they have some new features: sprint velocity, burn down, and burn up. And so in ClickUp, there's a dashboard guide, a webinar as well. For custom embeds. Okay. Well, hold on. Why teams are choosing ClickUp whiteboards over Miro? Okay. Wonderful. Ah! I still love me some Miro. I ain't gonna even lie. So you can embed a Miro board, a YouTube video, a Google Sheet, slides, or doc, or anything with a URL, a Figma, a Twitter feed. So I'm gonna go here with a Google Doc, and I just want to showcase this to you all so that you guys can kind of see some of these features. You see it. And I'm going to pull up a Google Doc really quickly. It's going to come up in a minute. Okay, let me see what I want to pull up. Let me see. Hold on one second. Yeah, let me pull it up. I'm in another doc. Okay, cool. I'm opening this doc. I'm going to pull the share in just a minute. Just opening something up on the other tab. In the meantime, in between time, type in the chat if you have used ClickUp dashboards and what is your favorite feature. Okay, cool. All right, I'm going to copy this link. See if it works. Here in presentation. See what it does. Y'all can see it. It's loading right now. Okay, cool. And if you want to make this a little more fuller, you could. So it has the Google Doc right here. So I'm down with these. Oh, excuse me, with these embeds. These are like my jam. Or you could also like create a button by doing a slash command button, and you could even go right here and say PM presentation. That might be a little cleaner look. Same type of concept right here. So that's how the embeds work. You can also put a team chat in here as well. And then even inside the chat, you can add someone, add a team member. You can even mention a task. And if you even click inside of the task, look at that. It'll take you straight to the task. You can also do a screen recording, a voice clip, or attach a file. Inside here, you can also put in the actual project tasks inside here, the whole thing. But then you may want to get a little bit more specific. You may want to get an understanding of who is assigned the work. So you can see two team members. It looks like Liz has 45% of the tasks, and then A. Schuler has 30%, and then 25% are not assigned. What's great about knowing this information is that you can go back inside of the actual project list and assign the work. You also can get an understanding of the workload by status. What's not started, what's deployed, content development, what needs to be done, that type of thing. You could also put your goals in here too. And this is really good too, because you can then see the progress of the goals for this project along with task by assignee, workload status, etc. I'm going to go back here. I want to pull up another dashboard. Let's see what this one is. What's this one? Okay, this is let's see what this one is. You also can have portfolio view as well, where you can have all of the different projects that are maybe that you have. Maybe you want to have a sample of, all of the projects in one space. You can absolutely, kind of see that. And you could open up the list and you could go straight to that project. Hold on one second. Let's see. We're going to go through another one. Let's see. There's one particular one where I have a few more dashboard things that I could share. Okay. Cool. And these widgets here that are just for text are like crucial. Like it's some good stuff here. Again, we have the task list here. We got tasks by assignee, and then you can see what's been worked on. Like how many tasks have been worked on. How do you find out this information? Well, one, you can add a card And you can go to status, and you can go to like number of tasks in progress. You could select the location of this. Let's see if this one, Andrea's Team Hub. We'll go with Rebel just for a minute. And we'll include subtasks. Subtasks, okay. And I'm going to add the card. And therefore you can see what's in play. 9, okay. If you wanted to change it, if you wanted to have another card, you could. If you want to add another card, let's see. Oh, who's behind? Oh, this is good. What tasks are behind? OMG. Let me go into this one. Let's see if this one. Let's see if this one. We'll see. I may need to go in and add some past due dates. We'll see if there is. Okay, cool. So who's behind? So let's actually gonna go. Let's do this, y'all. Let's play around with this and go to. Oh, wait a minute. Let's go to this one. All right. Okay. Waiting for it to catch up. Okay, cool. We're going to go to this leadership course thing and let's assign some dates. Okay, cool. Let's assign some dates. Okay, so we have some dates assigned here already, which is good. So we'll go back to the dashboard in a minute, but if we wanted to look at, okay, come on, Gantt chart. I wanted to show y'all the Gantt chart view on this. All right. So this is where you can really start to see, all right, how everything is mapped out. Okay. So you can see like this is a milestone. You can see, identify deadline, identify KPIs. So if you need to like adjust anything, you can. You can certainly make adjustments like on the fly, which is really, really good. But you can see, all right, like here is where we are. And if something is not right, what you can do is you can move stuff. So let's say, man, the course content review, we got to move that. We got to move that till next week, which would mean that you would need to move this here and then this out here. So I listen, I'm a huge fan, huge fan of these Gantt charts. And again, being able to see the flow of where all these tasks are. Nothing like it. if you wanted to too, you can even rename the task if need be. And then also too, you can go inside here, but just by clicking, and if you need to make a change, you can make a change. So we're going to do something. I want to go back to list view, and I want to like change up a few dates. I want to change up a few dates. I want to and I'm going to assign I'm going to assign them, but then I'm going to also complete and resolve. Okay, cool. So I'm going to assign this right here. Also can invite people if you need to. You can invite somebody right here if you need to. This is a cool thing. Okay. I want to go back to, can I go back to dashboards real quick? I want to check something out. Recent. Okay. Did I just do this one? Total task. Who's behind? Let's see. Let me see if I got the right one. Do I have the right one that I wanted? Let's go back. So I'm not sure if I even have the right thing that we did. Let's go back. And this is why you have to play around to see if you even have like the right thing that you want to do. Is it this? Is this what we did? I think so. Okay, cool. Okay, I think this is it. So you see right here, when you update the assignee, it's like right here, which is cool. Okay, has all the completed tasks here and everything. Cool. Oh, what happened here? All right, so it has started. Cool. All right, so we're in Aisha's leadership course. Shout out to Aisha. We're in dashboards. And we are in sample dashboard. I want to go back to, I want to actually delete this card. And I want to go back to total unsigned tasks. Yeah, we're going to go through a couple of these. Yep. 6. All right. Now you can decide what's going to be helpful for you or not. See who's behind on notification and overdue tasks. Task completed. Let's see this. Within the last month. This is one I haven't really done before. Let's see what happens. No results. Oh. That's interesting. That's pretty cool. Ah. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Interesting. Yeah. I mean, like I said, you can do a lot with this. But again, you also have to, if we're going to go back, shout out to the dog. If you want to go back, you want to, oh, hold on. You're going to want to ensure that you have all of the right information. Like if you want to know stuff about time, you're going to have to go back to the list and assign the time, right? So if you want like priority, like urgent, and then maybe this is normal, normal. Maybe this is high. This is normal. This is normal. This is low. I mean, you can go back into, let's go back into the dashboards. And then you can also prioritize. Let's see what it does here. Go to sample dashboard. You can add a card. And let's see. Statuses. We have something on priorities. Tables. No, not tables. Signings by task. Tags. Bar chart of tags. Workload by status. Custom pie chart. Priority tasks. See? And so this is where you can get a bit creative and wherever it is that you want to show information, whether it is drop downs or dates or people, check boxes, all priorities, right? Including the subtasks. And then you want to display a percentage. And it should be able to show you 40%, 20, urgent, low. So just depending on what it is that you are looking to display, what you're looking to present, the ClickUp dashboards can literally do it all. So that's what we have here today for today's live stream. And I hope that you guys have had a really good understanding about how best to utilize ClickUp dashboards, knowing your project status, and how you can go about tracking your project progress so that you can be able to make informed decisions, you know how to pivot, and you can be able to report the project progress and make sure that you're making the adjustments and also staying within scope. That's all that we have here today. I thank you all for tuning in, and we'll see you all next week. Have a good one.